Here are 7 Vaseline hacks that will make your life easier. First up, stainless steel. Rub a tiny bit on your fridge, sink, and appliances. It gives them a streak-free shine and helps repel fingerprints and water spots. If drawers keep sticking, swipe a bit of Vaseline on the rails or tracks. It works like a natural lubricant, smooth and silent every time. For squeaky doors or cabinets, skip the WD-40, dab Vaseline right onto the hinges, move the door a few times, and enjoy the silence. If you've got a zipper that's stuck, rub a little Vaseline along the teeth. It helps loosen the fabric and makes the zipper glide smoothly again. Got dull leather? Buff a small amount of Vaseline. It brings it back to life, gives it shine, and helps protect from cracking. Before screwing in a light bulb, coat the metal base with a touch of Vaseline. When it's time to change it, it'll twist off with zero effort. So next time you grab Vaseline, think beyond skincare. It's your secret household problem solver.
Did you know that one simple bottle of Dawn dish soap can do so much more than clean the dishes? Tired of soap scum and hard water stains in your shower? Fill one of these soap dispensing brushes with 1 part Dawn and 3 parts cleaning vinegar. Rub the solution all over the glass and walls of your shower. Let that sit for a few minutes and scrub it away for a streak-free shine. If your jewelry has lost its sparkle, Dawn is the secret to bringing it back to life. Add a few drops of Dawn to a small bowl, fill it with warm water, and let your rings, earrings, and necklaces soak for a few minutes. Then you can gently scrub them clean with a soft toothbrush and rinse with clean water. Dawn is a gentle but powerful cleanser that is so great for removing dirt and oils trapped inside your makeup brushes. Simply mix a small drop of Dawn with warm water and swirl your brushes in the solution. Rinse your brushes thoroughly with clean water when you're done. Let them air dry and they will be soft, fresh, and ready to use again. Dawn can also be a miracle worker for tough stains on clothes. If you have any grease, oil, or butter stains, apply a small drop of Dawn directly onto the stain and rub it with a small toothbrush. Then let that sit for a few minutes to really soak in. Then you can go ahead and toss your clothing straight in the washing machine with the rest of your load just like normal, and the grease-fighting power of your Dawn dish soap will leave those clothes looking fresh and stain-free. Dawn is also great for tackling stubborn sticker residue. If you're trying to remove a pesky label or have leftover adhesive from price tags or tape, grab your Dawn dish soap and get to work. Just apply a little Dawn directly onto the sticky spot and let that sit to really soak in for a few minutes. Then scrub it away with a soft cloth and use a sponge for any stubborn spots. This is a really great way to remove all of that residue without using harsh chemicals. Who knew Dawn dish soap was such a game changer?
And let's transform these basic wicker baskets into a vintage-inspired look. First things first is you wipe the Vaseline all around the basket where you do not want the white paint to set. Once it has completely dried, wipe it with a wet cloth, and just like that, the paint should come off where the Vaseline was put on. Now that that's complete, let's create a 2-tiered basket hanger for your kitchen where you can put your fruit and other items. You simply wrap twine through the base basket and tie a knot. I did it in 3 different corners in a triangle, and just like that, you have created such a cute vintage-inspired fruit hanging basket.
Think Tide Pods are just for laundry? Think again. You've been sleeping on these mighty little cleaning bombs. First, bring the bling back. Dull jewelry dragging down your sparkle? Fill a bowl with warm water, drop in a Tide Pod, and let your favorite pieces take a quick spa soak. Give them a gentle scrub with a soft toothbrush, and boom, shine restored, no fancy cleaner required. Next, Sneaker Reviver. Scuffed up kicks? No problem. Dissolve a Tide Pod in warm water. Scrub away those dirty stains, and voila, your shoes will be looking street ready in no time. Is your dog's bed smelling a little too lived in? Time for a refresh. Toss it in the washing machine with a Tide Pod and let the magic happen. It'll come out clean, odor-free, and oh so snuggly. Next, create a DIY all-purpose power spray. Why use a million cleaners when one will do the trick? Create a mixture using warm water and a Tide Pod in a bowl. Then pour it into an all-purpose cleaning spray bottle. Boom! You've got a powerhouse cleaner for counters, sinks, and pretty much any mess. Try this in your shower for an extra special cleaner. Crusty leftovers stuck to the inside of your microwave? No worries. Pop a bowl of water with a crushed Tide Pod inside of it. Microwave it for a few minutes and let the steamy magic do its thing. Wipe down with a cleaning cloth or a piece of paper towel. Those stuck-on splatters will wipe right off. No elbow grease required.
Today I would like to show you a few different uses for baby powder. Simply get a small fabric bag like these organza ones I picked up at the dollar store. I had some fresh lavender growing in the garden, so I took the blooms off of the stem and sprinkled them with baby powder and put it all in the bags. Then I inserted them in my shoes. This will keep them fresh, and it will also makes our mudroom smell fantastic. Do you have hardwood floors that squeak in areas? If so, sprinkle with baby powder and then using a paper towel or cloth, rub the powder into the cracks. Vacuum up the excess and then wipe with a damp cloth or paper towel. Voila, no more squeaks. Do you have musty books you would like to freshen up, or are you like me and press flowers in your old books? Sometimes, even with parchment paper, it can soil the pages and make them smell a little musty. Simply sprinkle on some baby powder in between the pages, spread it around with your hands, and then close the book up and leave for a few days. Then wipe out the excess baby powder and no more musty smells. It will not remove the stains, but it will leave the book smelling fresh. Do you hate trying to pull rubber gloves on? Well, here's an easy hack. First, sprinkle some baby powder in the gloves. Shake the gloves until it's evenly distributed, and now look how easy they slide on. There are so many different uses for baby powder.
I'm going to show you some really clever ways to use Vaseline. You can make a DIY lip balm using Vaseline and Kool-Aid. Grab a Kool-Aid in a fun shade, and in a small bowl, mix together a dollop of Vaseline and some of that Kool-Aid. Mix it together real well, and you're going to tint the Vaseline. You can store it in a little plastic lip balm container just like this. Then use your finger to put it on your lips whenever you're in a need. Then just apply it to your lips with your finger whenever you need it. Vaseline also works to unstick a zipper. This one is a little hard to move up and down. I'm just gonna grab some Vaseline, put it on a Q-tip, apply it above and below the zipper, and then just pull it up and down. Keep applying that Vaseline until I have a really smooth up and down movement. Vaseline can come in handy when applying perfume or any kind of a fragrance. By adding a small amount of Vaseline there and then spraying your perfume onto that Vaseline, it's going to hold the scent in place for longer. You can also make your own lip scrub for those dry or cracked lips. Put a little dab of Vaseline right in the palm of your hand and then sprinkle on some granulated sugar, the kind that you have in your kitchen. Mix it all together with your finger and then just rub it over your lips. The sugar is going to act as an exfoliator and the Vaseline will help keep your lips moisturized. Then take a wet, warm cloth and wipe it off. You have a pair of scuffed leather shoes or maybe a scuff on a leather handbag. Grab a little bit of Vaseline and a soft cloth and just buff it out. You don't need much at all, but you're going to fill in and cover up that scuff. Leaves your shoes looking fantastic and new. Vaseline makes an excellent highlighter in a pinch. It is really easy to just dab a little on your finger and put it right on the tops of your cheekbones. You could also add it to the bridge of your nose or the top of your lip, anywhere that you would normally put highlighter. This works really well in a pinch.
Is your stove dirty? Take some vinegar, put it onto the surface, of course after it's cooled down, and then go in a circular motion. This is going to help to take up any of the grease that is there. Vinegar is great with removing grease from either clothing and also off of surfaces. I mean, look at this. You can actually see after I pick it up that there is a good amount of grease that is on here. Vinegar really helps to get grease off of surfaces. What you're going to need is you're going to need a shot glass and also some vinegar. Take your shot glass and fill it up with some vinegar. Now go and take your paintbrush. Of course, after you cap the vinegar because you don't want to spill, go and put the paintbrush in there, push it around a little bit, swirl it, Bend it if it can bend. If it won't bend, you'll need to have it sit for about 15 to 20 minutes. After it's sat for about 10 to 15, you should notice that the color of the vinegar changes and your brush will get a bit looser. The longer that you keep it in, the softer that your brush will get, and this is an easy and great way to go and save all of your paintbrushes that you might have accidentally left in paint. On to the next. Take another shot glass, fill it up with some vinegar. Don't fill it all the way to the top. And what you're going to want to go and do is put some plastic wrap over the top of it. After it's secured down, poke some holes in the top with a knife. Make sure the knife doesn't fully and totally touch the bottom because you don't want these holes to be too big. After you've poked a good amount of holes, just about 10 to maybe 15 holes, go and put this onto a shelf. This is great for the spring to summertime, especially if you have issues with fruit flies, and this will really help to fix the problem. Do you have an onion that maybe is going bad? If you have a red onion that's going bad, and you'll know that it's going bad if it's kind of squishy or maybe it has a side that looks a little goopy like this. That's kind of gross, but this onion isn't fully and totally bad. So what you want to do is you want to cut off at least 1 or 2 of the layers. Make sure to go nice and slow so you don't, of course, cut yourself because when they are like this, they are a little bit slippery. So take off the extra 1 to 2 layers that might be a little bit squishy. And after you remove those layers, make sure to go and take all of the extra scraps, hopefully compost them. But now what you want to do is slice your onion nice and thin. Slice it, continue to slice until you get all the way down to the end. Put vinegar into a glass container. You should boil this glass container first just to make sure it's fully clean. And now put the onion inside. This is how you can easily go and pickle onions. You can also add sugar or other things too to the vinegar just to go and add a little bit of extra sweetness if you really wanted to. Go and cap the jar. And now that onion that was on its last leg has a new life. Vinegar is great for so many different things, and you can see more vinegar hacks on Hometalk.com.
One of the main causes of home fires in America is the fact that the lint builds up in your washing machine. Now, we clear it out, but why don't you grab yourself a dryer sheet, wrap it around a stick or a paint stick. Use a rubber band to hold it on in place at the bottom, and what we need to do is stick it in those hard to reach places right next to the dryer vent where it catches. The lint loves to collect against the metal inside your dryer. You're going to use this to break it up and it clings to the dryer sheet. Now back to the blinds. We know these are a pain to keep clean. So what you can do is grab some tongs and grab those dryer sheets again. Not only will make it easy to clean, but it'll give off a great smell when you're cleaning. Look at how the dust collects to those tongs and the dryer sheets. Working at that keyboard can cause your wrist and your arms to get tired and sore. Why don't we grab some pipe insulation from your local hardware store? What you're going to want to do is cut it to the length of your keyboard and then cut it in half. Split that because it sits flat on the desk. That is a great support for your wrists and holds it in place. Might seem a little uneasy at first, but it's great. Now, under that computer, I've got a ton of loose wires, and my feet always get caught inside there. I can also take that same pipe insulation and wrap it up together and put it inside the insulation right through the middle. Once I get it all in there, just turn it around, and now it's protected against the wall and it won't catch my feet. Next, let's move on to the car. There's nothing worse than losing things like your cell phone down the crease between the seat and the console. Take that other half of that pipe insulation, you're going to stick it down in there. Look at that. Garbage, dirt, and your cell phone are safe from getting lost. Now, if you grab some dry erase markers, you can use those on top of your dryer or your washing machine. You can use it as a way to keep hold of your shopping list. Go ahead and use it for dryer sheets, laundry soaps, or bleach. Once you go shopping or you make your own list to go to the store, it wipes right off, and it's perfect. There's nothing worse than trying to hang a picture and using a level. First, you're worried about scratching the wall, and it moves when you're trying to use it. Take some rubber bands, put it around the level, and it grips the wall. Very easy to do. You can do it with one hand. Get it level. Look how I'm using one hand, and you mark your line where you need to put nail. Next, nothing worse than holding a nail with your hands, especially little ones for the pictures. You can always hit your hands with them. What you can do is grab a pair of pliers, put some rubber bands on them. Look at that, it's self-gripping. Just go ahead and put it right on the nail there, put it up against the wall, and then it's easy to hammer in. and it won't lose its grip on the nail because you got the rubber band on there. Once you got it in place, just go ahead and finish it off, and it's going to hold for your next picture. I hope these hacks really helped you out for your next time you do DIY around the house. Thank you for watching Home Talk, and we'll catch you next time.